Блин, они так вымокнут.
Ну а что ты с ними сейчас делаешь?
Да. Идея забрать будет, тоже.
Здорово. Дорога смерти. Дорога отчаяния.
I think Putin's panicking a bit. You know, to be all over the media yesterday shouting about this, when in effect, 1,000 Ukrainians would appear to have got 15 to 20 kilometers into Russia, is bonkers. Although, having said that, what is playing out on social media, as we know, is not necessarily the truth. And both sides are playing the social media piece and trying to get all they can out of it. I think what I would say is, again, we do equate what's happening on the front lines to the First World War, and some of the actions are incredibly similar. Really, in the last sort of 12 months of this conflict, we've counted movements on the front line almost in meters rather than kilometers, and that was the same in the First World War. So an incursion of 15 to 20 kilometers is massive. It's almost like the Battle of Cambrai in November 1917, the first big tank action, which broke through the lines for about 15 or 20 kilometers and was the most significant battle almost of the First World War. So the significance to me of this incursion this week is it would appear it's a combined arms operation, which we haven't really seen before. What I mean by that, you've got tanks, infantry armored vehicles, artillery, electronic warfare, air defense, all working together. And we know that the Russians have failed to do that. When their big attack into Kyiv earlier in the year, the reason it failed is they couldn't do that, and also because the Americans and the Brits and others allowed them to strike targets into Russia. So I think that is highly significant. Of course, whispers in the background that the much vaunted F-16 fighters have been involved. Whether they have or not is irrelevant, but the fact that Putin and everybody else is talking about it in Moscow. So psychologically, I think this is a really important piece. I wouldn't expect it to last too long to be able to support it. Initially, it was reported it was just sort of Russian separatists who have been supported by the Ukraine forces. We're now hearing elements from the 22nd Mechanized Brigade and the 82nd Air Assault Brigade have been involved, so elite Ukrainian troops. And it's, a lot of people are describing it as a counter move because there had been a buildup of Russian forces there. But it's a sort of fairly small incursion, but I think we might look back on this as being quite a significant operation, and the fact that Putin has reacted so strongly to it, Putin has had us military people describe a long screwdriver. He's the president of Russia, but he's getting involved in tiny tactical battles, which is never good. I mean, it was Hitler's downfall when he got involved in that. And you sort of think, maybe it's a diversion from other things happening. But when you tie in what's happening in the Middle East and the fact that Russia is having to give lots of air defense capability to the Iranians, which they are desperately short of, I think we're all sort of crossing our fingers that this will be a significant move. But whatever happens psychologically, it's a big thumbs up for the Kiev and a big thumbs down for Moscow, and let's hope it continues.
Ти що, джекпот?
Літаки летять, будемо всіх бомбити. Бачимо дві теплові сигнатури. У нас якраз два вога є на них.
Тупо по одному на кожного. Ну що, блядь? Велкам перші.
Давай, Зірка Василь.
Перші 200. Сюди, пі***ті. Тут ви нахуй для вас, конечно, бігає.
О, да, світиться. Мабуть, тебе почули вже.
Хай.
Давай.
Є! 300, блядь. Заеб покульгав, дал нахуй.
Приведи свою сім'ю наш, брат. Покажи, де остальні. Він маневри, да, делає?
Да, не знаю, що делать.
Справжній льотчик.
О, забіг типа в укриття.
Пішла. В укриття. Єсть.
Да, противник зашел на приграничные территории. Несколько населенных пунктов заняты противником. Он максимально пытается продвигаться, наращивает все свои силы, которые он освободил от белорусской границы. Получается, он, я так понял, все бросил сюда. Даст Бог, в ближайшее время этот вопрос будет завершен. Эти силы будут уничтожены, и СВО в этом году завершится победой России. Я думаю, что те, кто верит в Бога, в этом не сомневаются, как не сомневаюсь в этом я. Противник, который нас сейчас будет смотреть, ему привет, потому что я так думаю, что эти дни у него последние в его истории и жизни.